Welcome back here with us on Times Now. Let's get you the big story that we have from Mumbai. Viewers, is Mumbai safe for Bollywood? Now, that's the big question many are asking today after top Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan was attacked late last night. And worse, he was attacked inside his own house in Mumbai's posh Bandra locality. And as the probe is continuing in this particular case, we are getting the first reaction from Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, who has made the first statement on this particular incident that has shocked many in Mumbai, in Maharashtra specifically. Listen into what Devendra Fadnavis has to say on Saif getting stabbed.
कि इसके बारे में पुलिस ने आपको सारी जानकारी दी हुई है। ये किस प्रकार का हमला है, इसके पीछे क्या है, किस प्रकार की मंशा से ये हुआ, ये सारी चीजें आपके सामने आ चुकी हैं।
All right, so that was the first reaction of the Chief Minister, saying one incident can't really make Mumbai unsafe. And viewers, the actor Saif Ali Khan has suffered 6 stab wounds across the body, including 2 deep stab wounds. He also suffered 1 stab wound close to the spine, which led to a leak of cerebrospinal fluid. He also suffered 1 stab wound on his neck and 1 deep wound on his wrist. Saif Ali Khan was admitted to the hospital soon after the attack, and then he underwent surgery that was conducted, and we are now learning that a 2 to 3 inch long part of a knife was pulled out during the surgical procedure as well. And the actor's condition is now stable. We are joined by some guests. We have a panel of doctors who will help us understand more about the kind of injuries that Saif Ali Khan had, and what does it really mean. Dr. Jayesh Sardhara, who is Senior Consultant Neuro and Spine Surgery, Fortis Hospital, is joining us. Dr. Akash Singh, Associate Consultant Neurosurgery, BLK Max Hospital, is live with us, and Dr. Yawar Shoaib Ali, Associate Director Neurosurgery, Sarvodaya Hospital, is also live with us. Good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Dr. Jayesh, you must have seen the report since morning. What is your understanding of the kind of injuries that Saif Ali Khan suffered, and the surgery that he had to undergo?
Yes, first of all, thank you for having me here. It is very unfortunate event, I must say. So as far as spine stab injury is concerned, so if stab injury is nearby the spinal cord, so there are 2 kinds of injuries. So severity of injuries depend upon how deep wound is, superficial wound is, the angle of the spine injury, as well as the location. If it is through and through the spinal cord, so spinal cord is very, very critical structure. It is having covered by, we call it, as you said, CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. Then it is also covered by the dura mater, which is a plastic layer which is protecting the CSF and spinal cord. So if it is injuring the spinal cord directly, patient may have a paralysis, and as well as both numbness, paralysis, as well as some autonomic system like bladder and bowel also may affect it. Luckily, as I see the report that here Saif Ali Khan having injury in the thoracic spinal cord, but as my colleague Dr. Nitin Dang has operated very well and he is stable now, so it means it must be nearby the spinal cord, but it has affected the dura mater. That's why there has been a CSF leak. CSF is a very protective material, and if it is leaking continuously, there is a chances of infection which may lead to spinal cord and brain infection called meningitis, which is dangerous. So it has to be closed very, very immediately. The large part of the knife which was there while operating, it has removed protectively, very safely. So that is a good news. So now it must he may be stable. I hope there will be no infection later on. Otherwise, everything is okay.
Okay, Dr. Akash Singh, what's also scary is the kind of information that we've now got, and also as Dr. Jayesh was explaining to us, do you think the kind of wounds that Saif Ali Khan suffered because of this attack, the way he was stabbed, it could be life-threatening also, because a knife also was recovered successfully?
Yeah, so the injury which I've read about is the one near the spine, that is in the thoracic region, which is not immediately life-threatening, but yes, if the complications happen, it can proceed to a very life-threatening complications. One of them, Dr. Jayesh has rightly said, the meningitis. It's an infection of the brain and spinal cord because of the object which has been plunged into the spine. So it's an outside object. It can very well cause infections. That's the major concern right now. The other is the direct injury to the spinal cord. So that extent has not yet been disclosed, but I hope it's to the minimum. That's why it's being declared as being stable. The other injury is to the neck. That is also the depth of which is still not disclosed to the media. So these two injuries are life-threatening, and the spinal injury is actually, along with being life-threatening, it can cause long-term complications like pain and the paralysis can set in even in the later stages.
Okay, Dr. Yawar, in all these situations, they say it matters a lot as to how much time you take really to reach the hospital, how soon you can get access to the medical care. In this case, as we are learning, the incident happened around 2:30 to 3, and then he was rushed to the hospital. And now the details that are emerging, they're quite scary as well. What is your assessment, and how much time do you think a normal person, will take to recover really from the kind of wounds and also the shock that one had to go through?
Yeah, thank you. So, yes, it does take a lot of time to recover. We are happy to learn that he has been operated, that impacted fragment has been removed, and there is apparently no permanent damage to the spinal cord as such, as reported by the surgeons who have been operating. And the CSF leak has been meticulously repaired. Obviously, he'll have to stay in hospital for a few days. He needs to recover, because there is a physical component to this injury, and obviously there will be a mental and psychological component to this injury, which may take a longer time to recover. And there'll be a lot of therapy involved, physical and otherwise, to help him, guide through this process. And yes, the obvious thing is that the time required, the time has from the injury to the hospitalization and the surgery has been minimum here, which has been quite lucky. And that is very important in spinal injuries, that we actually intervene at the right time and for better results.
All right. We really hope that he recovers quickly. For now, thank you very much, Dr. Jayesh, Dr. Akash and Dr. Yawar, for joining us here on Times Now and explaining to our viewers about the kind of injuries and the impact it could possibly have, for Saif. And thankfully, he is out of danger. That's what the doctors have said. We'll, of course, be tracking this story very, very closely ahead as well. For now, thank you for joining us. Heading into a very, very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Don't go anywhere.